Ladies and gentlemen, what happens when the air you breathe kills you and the government says in parliament that there is no link between AQI and people's health? What happens when the water kills you? For 10 people have died. I'm told more. Hundreds of people are in hospital for the last few days in Indore, in Madhya Pradesh, because of contaminated water. And the government says, we really don't have a clue. What is happening in Indore is our focus, should be our national focus, as per official estimates. And I believe that the government of Madhya Pradesh, the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh, is doing casualty management, trying to manage the numbers of people who have been declared to have died. But ladies and gentlemen, we are a country today, we want to be Viksit Bharat, but in our country today, officially 10 people die because of contaminated water and no politicians head rolls. People are dying in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, of contaminated water supplied by the Indore Municipal Corporation. Children are dying, adults are dying. The Madhya Pradesh government is busy managing casualties. First, they refused to accept any more casualty than a particular number. When the media started reporting 10 deaths, they said, no, 7 have died. Now they finally accepted that 10 people have died, but the numbers appear to be more. Locals are saying 13 people have died. For politicians, these numbers don't matter, because in India for decades, Congress or BJP, when people die, unless 50 to 100 people die in a single incident, it does not make it to the front page. We have to be a country where one person dies because of political and administrative negligence, heads should roll. I know nobody needs newspapers, thank God they don't, because newspapers print rubbish. But as a thought, this should be the national headline today. A 6-month-old baby has died. Family members of the deceased child are saying the child has suffered from vomiting and diarrhea after drinking this poisoned water. Poisoned water, hear me, poisoned water. The child's mother is inconsolable. Inconsolable. The child was born to the couple after a long gap of 10 years. Please hear what her mother has said. Just hear this.
क्या क्या शिकायत हुई?
बच्चा नहीं रहा सर।
क्या हुआ था बच्चे को?
उल्टी दस्त हुए थे सर।
कब से हो रहा था ये उल्टी दस्त?
शांत होने की। बच्चा बीमार था, डॉक्टर के पास लेके गए।
Does the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav or the Madhya Pradesh Urban Development Minister Kailash Vijayvargiya know what it means to lose a child? A 6-month-old child. No, they don't, because these are just statistics for them. Ladies and gentlemen, these people have lost a sense of empathy. Just look at how Kailash Vijayvargiya is trying to reduce the death, or rather deny the number of people who have died and attribute it to some other reason. Listen to this man.
देखिए, डेथ कितनी हुई अभी मैं नहीं बोल सकता, क्योंकि ऑफिशियल आंकड़े डॉक्टरों से पूछने के बाद ही बताऊंगा.
What this man is saying, and his name is Kailash Vijayvargiya, I'll tell you later why he is individually responsible. His approach is, so what if 4 people die? So what if a few children die? Unless the number crosses 10 officially, he's doing casualty management. Look at the way in which people are going to him and saying, please stay with us for a while. He goes there, followed by security guards. He's gone there for them. He appears bothered and irritated. These leaders have lost a connect with the ground. They don't know what people really think. Now, some time back, ladies and gentlemen, I questioned why in the same city, a BJP leader used 7 million rupees for a 10-minute firecracker display in his son's wedding. These visuals that I'm showing today, the contrast that I'm showing is deliberate. Yes, I am. And I couldn't care less if anybody says you are doing this and some people will be affected, some politicians will be affected. I say, so be it. Let the politicians be affected. Because I questioned why a BJP leader had to spend 7 million rupees for a firecracker display. And on the other side, there was a health crisis unfolding in Madhya Pradesh, Satna, at that very point of time, ladies and gentlemen, when this incident had happened. At that point of time, children had tested positive for HIV, children who were suffering from thalassemia. That means there were contaminated blood transfusions being given in Madhya Pradesh in one side, and there's crores of rupees being spent in firecracker displays. Today also not a single politician has taken responsibility. The concept of responsibility is dead. These politicians believe that these issues are there for a few days and then these issues will disappear. But we must contrast the shots. Ladies and gentlemen, millions of rupees in a firecracker display. And in September 2025, 19 children between the age of 1 and 6 died in a small town in Madhya Pradesh after consuming a commonly prescribed cough syrup. Ladies and gentlemen, in May 25, a fire broke out in Delhi's Vivek Vihar area. At that point of time, 6 newborn babies had died. On July 15, 2025, a portion of a government school in Rajasthan, Jhalawar district collapsed. 7 children died, 28 were injured. These issues were never debated. They are never front-paged. Political parties are not questioned. And these are seen to be smaller issues. We should be discussing Trump. We should be discussing IPL. We should be discussing how much money was spent at which IPL auction. These are the things that are made into the big stories, whereas if children die, it is seen to be a story that is insignificant. Ladies and gentlemen, headlines that don't matter to the people should not matter to the media. Today, there is a careful calibration about the way these stories are played on certain news channels. That's why, remember, there is a difference between corporate media and independent media. Regardless, Kailash Vijayvargiya. Let me tell you a little bit about Kailash Vijayvargiya. My first question is, why can't the central BJP or the Madhya Pradesh government act against Madhya Pradesh Urban Development Minister Kailash Vijayvargiya? He is the man in charge. The problem with politicians and political parties is they feel that if we sack Kailash Vijayvargiya now, it will be seen to be the victory of the media against the loss of a politician. No, political parties must understand. That's where they get it completely wrong. I have seen very often that the more I have criticized and taken on and exposed individual politicians, the more political parties have protected them because it becomes a battle. That battle itself is wrong. The battle should be about the people, and if a politician has failed the people, he should be sacked. The central BJP should intervene if the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister is not wanting to intervene, because political arrogance is very bad. Kailash Vijayvargiya's son, you will remember, then BJP MLA Akash Vijayvargiya, and 10 others. There had been a case where he was beating up a municipal building inspector with a cricket bat. This incident was 26th of June 2019. He was later acquitted. But he was beating up a public official. This is the son of Kailash Vijayvargiya. I'm not saying that the father should be entirely responsible for the actions of his son, but people will think that the son can beat up officials with a cricket bat and get acquitted. The father can be sitting in office while people die, children die, a 6-month-old dies, there is no accountability. And even today, after this incident, when people have been given poison, Kailash Vijayvargiya is trying to look for issues that he is not directly responsible for or alibis to protect himself so that he can stay in office. That is when I would say we have become a soft state, not a hard state that we were promised. A hard state means being tough on administrators and politicians who fail the people. A hard state does not mean only using force against Pakistan. That's good. I want force to be used against Pakistan. I want the BrahMos to be fired once again if possible. But that's not the issue. If we are to be a hard state, if we are nation first, if we are pro-nation, if we are completely nationalistic, then politicians who fail the people and refuse to take accountability and who fail the people repeatedly despite being in positions of power must be held responsible. Heads must roll. Water cannot be poison. And if it is, then those responsible must be sacked.